they liked both of them in a different way. You know, one of them kind of had a meaning and a deep thing to think about, and the other one was just fun. And I liked both of them. So.
Well, it's interesting because they were both written so differently. I mean, one of them, it's not traditionally what, especially at their age, what you think of a poem to be. You know, all the rhyming and the lovey-dovey and all that stuff. I mean, it wasn't like that. It was very real.
And they got the meaning, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
They got it. They understood it really fast. I think it spoke to them, you know, in their life.
Well, I mean, it was silent, though. Did you notice, like, when you were reading it, you started, there's a little bit of talking. Even our friend over here, who was muttering the entire time, he was silent. I mean, the poem just captured their attention. They really, you know, you just had to read it quietly. Like, you read it quietly, and they were just drawn into it. Because the subject matter, you know? And one thing, it wasn't on the video, but where the conversation that you and I just had, where you said that your kids are actually writing poetry now.
Yes. Yeah, they're all, on their own. I didn't even tell them to. They've just been reading poetry and writing some down that they liked. And so then 3 of them today were like, oh, go my books. They were showing poetry they'd written. I said, well, I haven't started that yet. And yet they were jumping on it. So they're really getting involved in it.
I mean, and that's the best kind. I mean, getting someone, you know, so interested in the genre that you're actually producing it yourself. Like, that's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. Yeah. That's, like, the highest form of, like, the Bloom's taxonomy right there. I mean, you're creating because you're inspired by it. That's just cool.
Yeah.
I was very impressed by that. I was super excited. So, looking at this, where do you want to move forward? What do you want? Because you talked about a few poems over here. We talked about the differences in poems between the ones that you and I taught. What else are you wanting? Because you mentioned stanzas. You mentioned
just meter, trying to get them to understand what the meter is of a poem, and then go deeper into what a limerick is, and some of there's one that has a lot of idioms and just some of the language that we can pick out of poems too. Because we talked today about being kind of creative language and those adjectives that described it really well, but to go into idioms and similes and metaphors and that kind of thing. Just talk about that.
That onomatopoeia, that kind of
stuff. Just all those kind of that language they use in poems a lot. So that'll kind of take us deep into that, which was a good start today, just talking about the different adjectives and what they were using, but just talking about how they use that a lot in poetry. And there's one thing, Paul said me that's all about idioms and different things. They love this mirror one. They all want to borrow it and read it.
That is,
I guess just because it's so different. This one here, it's got metaphors, similes, and other word pictures. So I thought it would be good to talk about, a lot of the different, I don't know how much of this I would use exactly, but just the different word pictures that words make within a poem, especially.
Well, I think that would be a good angle to go to, especially, we talked about having that picture in your mind. Like, what is that, at least with the raccoon, like, what does it look like? You hear all these descriptive words, what are you seeing? How can you hear it in your mind?
And when they start writing their own, it'd be really good to, get them to include that kind of thing in there.
That's really cool. I like that. So we're wanting to kind of go towards.
I want them to keep collecting poems.
Definitely.
Because I want them to get their notebook, filled up with poems, and and go towards them writing their own. So maybe that would be a good direction.
I think so. I think definitely giving them the opportunity to have it in their hands, because I think that's one of the reasons why they may have liked it a lot.
Well, I put a book on everybody's desk, and I said, you pick one from that book, no matter if it's not the book you would have picked. I want you to pick one poem that you kind of like from that, and then you can trade it with somebody else. So then they traded, and I said, you got to find one more. So they're supposed to find 2 poems the other day to write down, and they just had to find a book. So I had 28 books. I'm so glad. So they all had a book in their hand, and they were trading around. So that was fun to see.
Well, I like that they were searching for themselves. you know. So how did you modify for the friends who can't read?
I gave them really easy books, and I had the person sitting with them help because I had a couple like animal ones for kids or something, and they're sitting with somebody that can help them. So they read together, which was kind of cool about the setup I have right now. Is they can kind of help and read, and then most of them can copy. So if they find what they like, they can still copy it if somebody reads it to them. So like Jamari had one of them read to him, and he copied it down, and Jeff was more excited than almost anybody to have me read the poem that he wrote. And it was a really clever poem. I guess Willie had read it to him, and then he wrote it down. It was really clever. Oh, it was about the sun someday will burn out and quit shining on the sea. The stars will go away and no longer twinkle at me or something. And so then it will be da-da-da-da, so I don't have to go to school. Like, it was all this, the world may end, which will be great because I don't have to go to school or something. It was really
That's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah, that sounds
He was so excited about his poem. So, yeah.
Aww.
Even though he can't really read, he was able to hear it, somebody else read it and write it down.
Yeah. Well, that's great, and that's a good use of other students in your classroom, you know, as helpers for them. I like that. So for the next lesson, because I need to observe just one more lesson, and then we'll have one more conference. So when would you like me to observe a lesson for you?
Next week, probably like Thursday next week. Can we do that?
Can we do a little bit earlier? Just because I've got things to do.
I could do Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah,
okay.
Because I won't, in the afternoon, I'll want to have my kids.
Okay.
I'll have walkers on Monday, and they won't be. They're not as caught up with my kids because I haven't had them this week because of testing. So Tuesday's when I would have mine again. So that's when we need to do.
Okay, so you'd have Walker's kids all day on Monday.
Well, Monday afternoon. We did the afternoon time.
Okay. I was gonna say, we could do the morning time too. That is totally.
Well, if you want to do Tuesday or Wednesday, at 8:30, we could do that. So either one.
Do you want to go ahead and do that, and then we could do the observation and
Do Tuesday at 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
And then would the conference after school be okay? Just about 10 minutes
What are we on Tuesday?
on Tuesday.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really,